Thanks, ASAP.
Sure.
That was Silent Night.
Just a little short verse of it.
Well, hello, folks. Welcome to Up Missoula. I am your host, Scott Ramp. Noel has the morning off for finals week. So, you were in school once, weren't you, ASAP?
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago.
How was your finals week all about? How did you guys do your finals week? Because this week it's all finals week for all the college kids.
Well, I lived in a dorm where everybody ate ramen noodles and just studied. That was it.
And you guys didn't have internet back then, too.
No,
So
not
did
at
you
that
have to go to the
time.
library? I mean, did you have
Yeah,
less? Did you
yeah.
have less papers to write than we do nowadays?
Probably less papers, but everybody went to the library and did their thing and ate a lot of ramen noodles in those years.
Cool. So, let's talk about the weather. Our internet is down for some reason, so I did get a chance to look at the weather. Today is supposed to be very clear, up into the mid 30s, which isn't too bad for a nice early winter. You can expect rain and chances of snow this whole week with a high of 45 by Wednesday, so it's going to start warming up by Wednesday, and then to start dipping back down to our winter conditions in the 30s. So it's going to be false hope. But of course, I do have a video on a show. I did it last Saturday night. I was on the roof of MCAT's building, and I filmed this, the Parade of Lights, and I shortened it all down so you can get the whole entire Parade of Lights in this like 3.5 minutes. So it's nice and short. And the Parade of Lights is the lighting of the Christmas tree in the center of Missoula, or I don't know how people like to call it, either a holiday tree or what have you, whatever your preference is. So I have a little short, well, somewhat long video, so you get a chance to see what you guys missed out on Saturday night. Yeah, so let's check it out. So here you guys go.
Christmas! Are we ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What do you think,
Merry
Mason?
Christmas.
I like
Thank
it.
you
I like
so
it.
much. And now let's get this show on the road.
So that's, you can see the whole entire The Parade of Lights 2014 on MCAT. This was just a really shortened down version of it. Welcome back. It was a great turnout. The very last shot of you know, lighting up the tree and everything. I was, I had my tripod. Like I wasn't tall enough. There was too much of a crowd, so I collapsed my tripod. I basically went up on it, and it was at the very edge, and I was holding it up like this. And apparently, I kept it somewhat steady enough.
Well, that's cool.
So, like, I would say it's probably about right here. In this shot right here, I was holding it from the bottom of the tripod.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know, just a good old time. So yeah, let's see if we can still get internet back. That would be nice.
Yeah, that would.
But I do have new MCAT programming on tonight. We can expect the Parade of Lights to come on tonight. I'm not entirely sure when the Parade of Lights will be on tonight, but we tried to get, you know, because it's one of those timely based stuff. But you can also watch it on our YouTube channel by logging on to MCAT Television on our website. It's pretty easy. Yeah, and if you want more information about our show, you can log on to wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. You can go to our Facebook page quite easily. So here's our nice little Wake Up Missoula Facebook page. Totally like us then. You can also follow us on Twitter. We're all about the Twitter. We have all sorts of great websites, all sorts of stuff coming up. I do want to talk about our new programming. So we have the Festival of the Book. It's a big deal. We have the Big Read. We have Humanities Festival of the Book. We have the Big Read. All the next 2 days, basically for the next million weeks. Like infinite. We have like an infinite supply of Festival of the Book, Humanities Festival of the Book, and the Big Read, presented by the Missoula Public Library. And we have a YW talk, so the YWCA puts on a talk every month or so to talk about an issue or something that's happened on. This year, this one is to be strengthening the leadership circle and amplifying the Native voice at the ballot box. So Native Americans and voting, trying to encourage people to vote and be a more educated voter in terms of the Western Montana Native American voice. So here is a little taste of what's going to be on tonight. There's a lot of new programming on tonight, and also the new program on tomorrow night, which is the Big Read Part 2. So here, I'll stop talking and let you guys get a little taste of what's going on.
So it's just kind of showing all, you know, we really think about the future of our kids. Someday we want to be working in the elementary schools on our reservations. Right now we're starting to work with the colleges. We've talked to high schools. And down to the elementary level to start planting the seed about voting and civic engagement when they're very young, so that it's just natural to go and register to vote when you turn 18. It's not something that we have to continue to talk people into and convince them that this is important.
Well, what of the future? Maybe 300 plus million acres? I think so. The key to it, I started with it, is that passion, the audacity. The other day, late August, the president signed his annual proclamation making September Wilderness Month. And in one of the clauses, he said, he used the word audacity, which, as I recall, is a Obama favorite word.
Her grandma taught her how to do a lot of cool things. She made dresses, cookies, bread, and jewelry boxes to hold all the fancy jewelry she'd own one day when she was rich and famous. Grandma was the only person Maddie wholeheartedly trusted, because she knew she truly loved her. She never made her only granddaughter feel bad for not being Indian enough. Her mother did that all the time. Indian girls shouldn't have green eyes, her mother said every time she saw her.
And it was run by the Joint Chiefs of Staff, so it was a highly militarized war. Very few people knew that there was another war, sometimes called the Secret War, the Shadow War, the Clandestine War, that was going on in Laos at the same time that was organized and supported by the Central Intelligence Agency.
And we're back. So that's a bunch of brand new programming. And I did show you the Wilderness Issues Conference celebrating 50 years of the Wilderness Act. Last Friday, showed you a little bit of that, which is pretty sweet. But you can watch all of that and more on MCAT tonight, channel 189. So a lot of great program, just all brand new. Lectures, book series, all that stuff. And also, just like the big read was all over the place. There's random places. I remember I filmed it in the Union Club, and I was like in the corner. You know, like they have that little thing in the side where they close the two sides of Union Club.
Okay.
They're like, you know, where they have all those tables and booths and stuff. They have a ability to like close it off to the other side. But you know, I was there and like I could hear like the regulars laughing in the background and like ah. I was like, what are you? I was trying to listen to the speaker. He was talking about his experience in Vietnam War, and in the background some
Okay.
lady was just like cackling. But I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good. But tonight there is a city council meeting. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what to expect from the city council, and you can find out all you need to know about the city of Missoula and what's going on in terms of city politics and city proclamations, ordinances, and all that stuff by logging on to www.ci.missoula.mt.us, which basically means you just type in City of Missoula in any search engine, and it's the first source to find it. But tonight, there is a meeting. There is going to be a forum, and they're going to be talking about, so I just went to the page right now, the expansion of the carousel. So I showed you a little taste of that last week, talked about it. We're going to have Executive Director Teresa Cox on later this week to talk about an event that's coming up. So they're going to try to fundraise for this new extension. So basically, they're going to build a brand new room for private parties, or like a conference room, like a mini conference room, and it's no bigger than any other small room. And
They'll still have the rides there and everything too?
Everything will be there. They just want to add another part of it. But of course, that means also pushing part of the sidewalk a little further. And so that's one of the items that are going to be talked about tonight. I should probably be talking to the microphone when I'm talking to you. I feel like I'm in a DJ room or whatever. It's like a clean Howard Stern show.
Well, I'll be happy to talk if they can hear me.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a mic right there, so you should be good. So people will be able to hear you nice and loud.
Cool.
All right, so claims, we're approving claims of $905,000. And then there's another claim, approval water acquisition claims totaling $216,399.29. So there's a lot of money going all over the place to keep our very fair share of Missoula running. I just like it's a great resource, good information. I just learned that it costs like 6 figures just to keep Missoula lit. Like it's like all that stuff. It's like
well, you can be like that guy in that telephone commercial where the guy's standing on his yard, save money, light up his whole house up.
Yeah. But there's always alternative means to getting your energy. You can put up solar panels. Like I knew some people who said that they didn't need power from Northwestern Energy, which is the provider for all electricity. He didn't have to pay his power bill for like 3 or 4 months during the summer months, of course. But then with the lack of sun during the winter months and spring and fall, all those months where we don't have sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, appointments to the Bicycle and Advisory Board. So they're going to have a new, let's see, confirm the mayor's appointment of Leora Barrell to the Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Board for the term commence immediately and expire on September 15th, 2017, and Britt Arneson to fill the vacant position for a term until this September 15th, 2016. So they have new advisory board members for the bicycle and pedestrian board. And then there's water treatment plant upgrade. So approval of the mayor to sign amendment number 15 for wastewater treatment plants upgrade engineering services with Morrison Marley in the amount to not exceed $29,700. Then there's public hearing, and there's a resolution to amend fiscal year 2014 budget. Pretty much straightforward. And improvement that increase the total city budget. So they're going to try to increase the total city budget by $10,346,436. So that's what the budget hearing is going to be talking about. To recommend a motion amending the annual appropriations of the city of Missoula, Montana, and set forth the fiscal year of 2015 budget and capital improvement program that increases the total budget by $157,670. Second quarter budget amending fiscal year 2015. I know it's, but for those of you who know what I'm talking about, there it is. There's all these community of the whole reports, all this stuff, but that's about it. You know, you have new bike and pedestrian people. I'm going to be talking about it this Wednesday. But they're going to talk about the water acquisition. They're going to talk about also for the water treatment plant. Yeah, those seem to be the main topics for the meeting tonight. I am going to move on to the Missoula events. Let's talk about what's happening in Missoula. And this is easily fine. I'm literally going on to MissoulaEvents.net and I'm going to tell you what's going on. Noel usually does this, but I'm going to do it the easy way and just look at the events that are going to happen. So Family Fun Time, Ismo Gymnastics, 9:30 a.m. Preschool Play Group at Bitterroot Gymnastics at 11 a.m. And ages usually start from walking to 5 or 6, just about those times. Yoga for Wellness, it's the Learning Center at the Red Willow at 12 p.m. Moscow Monday at Montgomery Distillery. So, you know, the distillery, every 50 cents of a cocktail you buy goes to a nonprofit. City Club, they have a Doubletree conference to talk about all sorts of stuff. Bridge Group, if you are into bridge and you want to go to a bridge group, they meet at 1 p.m. at the Missoula Senior Center. And let me just take a quick look at it. Yep, it is $1.25 fee to get in. I mean, I just had to say that. I have to look it up because it's always interesting how like the Missoula Senior Center seems to have like $1.25 or the basically the same amount as getting like a soda from a vending machine nowadays.
Yeah. Well, they have pretty good food at that Doubletree anyway.
Oh, I was talking about Missoula Senior Center.
Oh, the Senior Center, yeah.
Yes. So at the Missoula Senior Center at 1 p.m. is the bridge group, if you're into bridge. There's the Raspberry Pi Project at the Missoula Public Library at 3:30 p.m. There's Scrabble, also at the Missoula Public Library at 5 p.m. There's the CFAC Annual Holiday Feast Fundraiser. So if you are, come join the Community Food and Agricultural Group Coalition for our annual holiday feast and fundraiser at the Montgomery Distillery. So your money still goes to nonprofit. I guess that must be the nonprofit of the month. Wool felt ornaments with Aaron and Eureka. So the Zoo City Zoo Arts Community Center is doing an arts thing about ornament making, wool felt ornaments. It's pretty cool, and that's at 6 p.m. tonight. This is new to me because I'm just reading it out loud to you. I don't know, right?
I'm listening.
Yep. Let's see. There's the city council meeting, of course. There is also Bonner. There's the Bonner Community Forum tonight. That's happening.
A lot of things going on tonight. It looks like. It sounds like.
Oh yeah. Bonner. So if you're interested in Bonner City Council stuff, I mean Bonner Community Council. It's just all about Bonner, talking about what's going on there. I'm not. If you're interested in that, because they do it at the Bonner School, right across the street from the mill, right across from the mill. You can't miss it. Yeah. Let's see. Jazz Monday at Monk's Bar. let's see, Super Trivia Freak Out, $75 top prize, $25 second prize, and free shots for people who are third place. And that's it for Monday's events. Tuesday events, you can expect Tea Talks at the Children's Museum in Missoula. So if you want your kids to be, you get a chance to relax, drink some tea. It starts at 9 a.m. You just sit back. Kids get to run around, be crazy, like kids ought to be. And you get to sit back and drink some tea. 10 a.m. at the Children's Museum. Tiny Tales at Missoula Public Library. You get I guess it's usually at the Dragon Rugs, and they just talk about they tell us to give like the librarian or somebody reads them a story.
Yeah, they have a lot of that going on there at the library for children.
Yep. There's the Play School Play Group at Bitterroot Gymnastics. Bitterroot Gymnastics. So there's always something going on at Bitterroot Gymnastics, and that's located off Broadway, up near. I want to say it's somewhere close to where New Express is. That's how I know places. I don't know the exact address. I just say, oh yeah, that's the place by that one place I eat at once in a while. But yeah, moving on, there's Snow Slime at the Children's Museum, Missoula. So, what is Snow Slime? I gotta look that. Actually, I have to look at that. Snow Slime, December 9th, that's tomorrow, from 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at the Children's Museum. Snow Slime is sparkly, gooey, and stretchy. So it's basically like making Play-Doh, in a way, or silly putty. So if you have interest in doing that, that's from 11 to 11:30 a.m. tomorrow on Tuesday, yes. And then they're shooting the Bull Toastmasters at 12 p.m. at Dearborn Condominiums. Makerspace open to the open time / project development at the Missoula Public Library at 1 p.m. Hellgate Roller Girls and Cheers for Charity event. We interviewed them last week. They're having their Cheers for charity event that's going on at DraftWorks at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So don't miss it. They're gonna sign calendars made by Athena, who is on our show as well. Yeah, so check it out. That's at 5 p.m. tomorrow. There's Dan Dubuck. He's a great musician, and he's going to be playing at the Lolo Peak Brewing Company. Picking Circle at the Top Hat, so if you're interested in bluegrass and just want to hang out and play bluegrass music, they meet at the Top Hat every Tuesday at 6 p.m. until like 9. It's pretty cool. There's MetLife Barber of Seville. That's art, theater, and film at the Roxy. That's at 6:30 p.m. At the same time, there's System Check at Missoula Public Library, and I think System Check is it's the Gamers Club for all ages, where they have Wii and Xbox 360. So if you're into gaming and all that stuff, go to the public library at that same time, and maybe pick up a book on your way out. There's a second Tuesday book group at the Missoula Public Library. So if you're in the book group, they meet at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Rocky Mountaineers meeting at the Trailhead, 7 p.m. at the Trailhead, African dance class. So at the Missoula Senior Center, they do an African dance every week at 7 p.m. And I'm pretty sure that the cost is like $1.25 or something like that. Always really cheap. It's always great, good time. Oh, actually, it's $10 per class and $35 for all 4 classes. Great. There's trampoline drop-in at the Bitterroot Gymnastics at 7 p.m. So it's ages 16 to up. And it says, have you ever wanted to try gymnastics? Do you want to refresh your gymnastic skills from your childhood? And so on and so forth.
That's kind of risky. I took gymnastics when I was in high school, but I was a lot younger then, so if something goes wrong, you don't heal quite as quickly.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, no. You don't want to do that when you're like 56. No way.
All right. So I'm going to let you play a little song, and then I'm going to get some Hallmark or Bullmark ready. So go ahead,
cool.
Asaph.
All right.
What are you going to play first?
Or maybe another Christmas song, since it's that time of year.
All right.
little version of that.
All right, thanks, Asaph. So once again, what was that song called?
We Three Kings of Oriental.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Who wrote that anyways?
I have no idea.
There's a lot of those old popular songs that, I don't know, it's just like, it's been around for such a long time. Three
Yeah.
Kings is a long, old school song. All right, so I just have one Hallmark or Bullmark before we kind of wrap up our show. So
It'll be fine.
Nope. So, okay, ready?
Yeah.
Shop owner Alice is nervous to meet her future in-laws at Christmas, especially because she is arriving ahead of her new fiancé, Will. Alice's trip becomes more stressful when her luggage is lost and her phone is damaged, leaving her no way to find Will's family. There's an exclamation point. As fate would have it, she meets her future brother-in-law, Matt, at baggage claim and is happy to get a ride home with him. As Alice meets Matt's daunting family, she falls in love with their festive holiday traditions and warm welcome to their home. And when unexpected romance comes calling as Christmas approaches, Alice must decide if her merry mix-up will actually turn out to be her destiny. And this is called A Very Merry Mix-Up. Hallmark or Bullmark. Of course, it would have made more sense if her name was Mary, because then it was a very merry mix-up. All right, so is this a Hallmark or Bullmark?
I'm going to say Bullmark.
You're going to say it's Bullmark?
Yeah.
All right, why is it? Why do you think that?
I don't know, just a guess.
All right. Well, your guess is wrong.
Okay.
It is an actual holiday Hallmark movie. All sorts of great stuff. Well, thanks for playing, guys. That was it for Hallmark or Bullmark. But of course, I do want to show a little bit of our living room sessions. So MCAT does living room sessions for if you're a prospective band. We do a kind of like what NPR does with Tiny Desk. We do living room sessions, and I've been showing you once in and out for a couple times. And I want to give you a taste of the band known as Hardwood Heart, and it's a great band. You'll like it. Nice, cool acoustic. But go ahead. So this is again. This is Heartwood Heart.
All right. Thank you. Hip hip. Hooray! All right.
Saw me, but I didn't know what to say. I said hello, you walked away, and the rest is history. Oh, but there was a night, the day before I ran, where you kissed me and told me why that flickering flame hasn't died, and I do all I can.
So yeah, there's a little taste of Heartwood Hearts. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's nice, good band. They're kind of like a spin-off from Dodgy Mountain Men. So if you want to know more information about Hardwood Hearts and their main branch of a band, it's called the Dodgy Mountain Men. You can look them up online. It's a great band.
Cool.
Let's see. So that's really about it for Missoula. So if you want more information, you can totally follow us on our webpage at wickedmissoula.wix.com/wickedmissoula. You can go like us on our MCAT channel page, MCAT Television on Facebook. You can like us on Wicked Missoula. You can follow us on Twitter. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and for the rest of you, here's Asaph Adonai ending our show, followed by your moment of Zen.